If one aims to rear great, talented, rich personas and mindful generations, then the creators not only have to refine their exterior but also have to make the inner so refined that basis the subtle level greatness exists in the seed form during the reproduction and is included in the inheritance which is passed on from generation to generation. Vedmurti Taponist Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya. Book title Suprajanan Bhavi Piri Ka Navsrijan. English Good Progeny Foundation of Future Generations. Working for present or future or both. Whatever we do at present is not just limited to meet the current or present needs, but also keeping the future in mind. For example, a part of the food produced today is eaten today, alright, but the stores also have to be filled up so that the grains last longer. Houses are built to live in the present, alright, but also in such a manner that even old or later years of life can be spent in these houses, and children can also get an opportunity to live in them as well. Various plans for national progress are made, keeping in mind not only the solution need of today but also keeping in mind the future need. Best investment of the future. In all the plans for the future, is it important to consider future generations? A big yes. All possibilities of the future and the world depend on the generation that takes the baton ahead. Merely thinking about material possessions or inheritance will not work. Gathering resources is not. The important thing is their level, not just their physical well-being but also their education and mental health, intellect and character development. For this, it is important to invest in both the current generation as well as the future generation, because the responsibility for building a better future generation to provide the right environment and upbringing rests on the shoulder of the current generation. When does this investment start? The growth and development of a child's qualities and the characteristics start in the womb of the mother and depends on the physical and mental well-being of the parents. The true dignity of a country cannot be assessed based on its area, population, natural wealth, industry, decoration, etc., but on its culture and the strength of its people. Few excerpts from the book, translated. The bright future depends on the right progeny. If a human is a human being in the true sense, then he proves to be so powerful that huge armory and gems can be bestowed on him. Such people earn due splendor even in difficult situations with their efforts. Even if it falls short, they will distribute what is available and create an atmosphere of happiness and good fortune. Therefore, if a bright future for the future generation is really intended, its foundation needs to be laid down well. A long-term plan has to be thought through and implemented with all seriousness. Ignoring this future planning, all those dreams and hopes of a prosperous future based on resources and the dream to awaken divinity within humans will prove to be futile. There is a hope to awaken divinity in humans to make earth a heaven. Unworthy people can destroy whatever resources they have at hand, and on the contrary, worthy and deserving people can maximize minimum resources to work in their favor and thereby create abundance for themselves. So the big question is, what should be done to build future generations? Before thinking about this, it has to be thought of what should be taught to the present so that the current generation can properly discharge the responsibility of reproduction. Nothing is produced in a barren land despite the best of seeds and water. Some suggestions for the creation of superhumans. There is a great deal of truth in the matter of health and intelligence of the child according to the physical and mental structure of the parents. Therefore, whenever the question of well-developed progeny comes up, it becomes necessary to keep in mind what is the source of sperm and what is the level of sperm. This is not limited to the formation, determining of the body and mind of children, but also fully applies to their personality, future, and potential of character. It has been observed that the appearance of the children is similar to that of parents. Whether they are lean, fat, or curvy also depends on what was the body of one or both of the parents who played the leading role in reproduction. If one or both starts to falter in terms of body or mind, then the status of the child cannot be expected to be high. If one aims to rear great, talented, rich, and mindful generation, then the creators not only have to refine their exterior but also have to make the inner so refined that the basis of that subtle level, greatness exists in the seed form during the reproduction and is included in the inheritance which is passed on from generation to generation. If the harmony of married life and inheritance is right, then it is a matter of good luck in every aspect, and the production of children can be called meaningful, encouraging, and preferable. If it is not so, then even if the household continues to carry on the work of life, no encouraging reproduction can be expected. If physical or mental illness persists directly or indirectly, then those deformities cannot be prevented from being passed on to the future generation. The atmosphere affecting the future generation. Despite being well aware of the facts related to genetics, reaction, and embryo development, scientists are still wandering in the dark regarding one fact. It is an unknown conscious force which, what is the fundamental driving force? Is it not the same flow of inspiration which transmits the sacraments from the mother to the unborn child, which affects the condition of the fetus during pregnancy and the structure of the child? In this regard, Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, Director of the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, University of Cambridge, has presented a challenge to the scientists. He is of the opinion that the development of the embryo is the fundamental component of chromosomes and is not controlled by the interaction with the physical environment of the. At the core of this process is a paraphysical active force which he named the morphogenetic field. Just as a special type of energy field gets activated due to the presence of a magnet and the iron particles present there intertwine and become one, in the same way, along with the process of sex and establishment of the embryo in the uterus, a motivator, the conscious force, is activated, which is able to give the desired shape and size to the body and mind. Presenting his hypothesis about this mysterious non-material energy source, he further writes that the morphic resonance which develops between the fetus and the morphogenetic force is the same as the structure of the subtlest organs of the body and the brain, intelligence, skills, memory, and for innate unique abilities. Some topics covered in the book. The bright future depends on the right progeny. Restraint required for reproduction. Some suggestions for the creation of superhumans. Experimenting with genetics to improvise human race. Subtle energies of the atmosphere affecting the future generation. About the authors. Written by Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya and Dr. Pranav Pandya. Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya was an Indian freedom fighter, a social reformer, Gayatri Sadhak, and a seeker of science behind spirituality who had authored more than 3,200 books. Dr. Pranav Pandya, a close and direct disciple of Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya, was the founder of Gayatri Parivar. Dr. Pranav Pandya is a renowned pioneer of scientific spirituality. As the head of the organization, he disseminated the message of Indian culture in its true spirit across the globe and established branches of Gayatri Parivar in over 80 countries. Under his dynamic leadership, Dev Sanskriti University at Haridwar is establishing new milestones and reforming the face of modern education.